A 3-year-old boy in Edinburgh has now been missing for 48 hours. This evening, police said Mikaeel Kular may have vanished following a criminal act. As the hundreds of people who joined the desperate search took that in, detectives also said it was possible the little boy left the family home on his own. Our correspondent Kieran Jenkins is in Edinburgh now. Kieran.
It's now about 48 hours since young Mikaeel was last seen. That was by his mum, putting him to bed in the family home just along the street here. And all those hours on, we're none the wiser really about how he disappeared and where he might be now. What we have learned today is that Mikaeel hasn't been seen at his nursery since Christmas. That is, we're told, because he's been unwell. What's also changed today is the tone coming from Police Scotland. They're now saying they're investigating the possibility that he may have been subject to some kind of criminal act. And they've been looking at that since the very beginning. And that's also been on the minds of the many local residents who've been scouring this entire area in the hope of finding him.
Thank you for your patience. There's been quite an overwhelming response to people turning up to help.
The police asked for help, and this was the community's response. Hundreds of volunteers. At the community centre where they met, they were queuing out the door. Young and old, all with the same goal.
A 3-year-old child lost and just doesn't bear thinking about, and it's up to people to do their best to help to find him.
3-year-old Mikaeel's been missing now for almost 2 days. This evening, the first concrete suggestion from police that someone may have taken him.
It's of grave concern that Mikaeel has been missing for nearly 48 hours. Since he was last seen on Wednesday night by his mum, and all of the work that we've been doing, we've been unable to confirm any sightings of Mikaeel. It's entirely possible that Mikaeel has left the house of his own accord, and all of our actions are attempting to cover that possibility. It is, however, entirely possible that Mikaeel has become subject of a criminal act.
Mikaeel's mum, Mikaeel Kular, a 33-year-old beautician, was the last person to see him. That was 2 nights ago when she put him to bed. But today, the first report of a potential sighting. It came just a stone's throw from Mikaeel's home, about half a mile away on West Pilton Gardens. A member of the public reported seeing a boy at 8:30 a.m. yesterday morning. He was running along the pavement and was alone at the time. He said to roughly fit Mikaeel's description. Releasing CCTV footage of the potential sighting, police say, would cause confusion. Their search continued intensely in the area around the family home. They're still investigating the possibility he simply got up and left the house of his own accord. These are not easy buildings to get in and out of, especially if you're just 3 years old. Now, the somewhat unpalatable question on most people's minds here is that if young Mikaeel didn't reach up and open this heavy front door, then who did? The hunt for clues was stepped up a mile away at the coast. A long line of locals doing their bit. This is a vast and difficult area to search, but volunteers continued to hold out hope.
Just worrying about him. Just being a mum, childminder. Just unsettled all night thinking about him.
How long will you carry on looking?
I don't think I'd stop looking.
You won't stop?
No.
With every hour that goes by, how does that change your mood?
Yeah, it's difficult to say. I mean, at the moment, there's all sorts of theories going about that people have their own opinions about, but we've still got to help look and try and find them.
Inevitably, there are now growing concerns for Mikaeel's safety. But if anything, the search effort here is intensifying. And Police Scotland are saying they will deploy any members of the public who wish to assist with the search operation again tomorrow. They'll also continue to look into that potential sighting of Mikaeel from yesterday morning. But this is still an investigation, clearly with a long way to go, with no arrests yet and no confirmed sightings.